Hello, I'm Sangeeta Rajan and welcome to Dropshot. 4 stories, 1 drop. This is the Hindu Features news show where we bring the most compelling stories of the week from across the country. From conversations with filmmakers, chefs, artists, and more experts to emerging trends, hidden histories, and unforgettable journeys, we'll bring you the stories that we believe deserve a little more of your time. This week, we begin in Jaipur, where the city's iconic architecture has inspired a new collection of luxury watches rooted in history and craftsmanship. Next, actor R. Madhavan tells us why he's drawn to bringing India's unsung heroes to the big screen. For our third story, actor Siddharth talks about portraying the story of a Kargil War hero in Operation Safed Sagar. And finally, we head to Coimbatore, where bamboo is being planted around lakes to restore ecosystems and protect the water bodies. Stay tuned for the full report. Jaipur has long inspired artists, architects, and craftsmen. Now, its rich heritage is finding expression in luxury watches. From the chhatris of Rambagh Palace in the city's ornate gates to the iconic tiger, Jaipur Watch Company's latest collection transforms some of the pink city's most recognizable symbols into wearable art. Our reporter Shreya Banerjee brings us all the details. Let's take a look.
So I'm here at Jaipur's Rambagh Palace, where watchmaker Gaurav Mehta and owner of Jaipur Watch Company is launching his new collection, the Gates of India collection and the Bark collection. Now the venue is particularly iconic because a lot of details we get to see in his older watches as well as his present collection find expression within the boundaries of the palace. For instance, the palace ground is punctuated with preening peacocks and wandering peacocks, and there are 215 of them who wander about freely in the palace grounds. Now, peacock feathers are a motif we seen in some of Gaurav's older watches. Again, coming to the jalis, chhatris, and filigree work that we see in the architecture of the palace, that is also something which finds expression in Gaurav's watches. And the sound that you hear that punctuates the air, that's the sound of the cries of peacocks and several other birds for whom the Rambagh Palace has always been a very safe abode. Now, the location is also iconic because the Gates of India collection features some of Jaipur's very iconic gates, and some of these gates are located in Jaipur City Palace, and the rest are, scattered across the city. So, this is where the two worlds meet, and the location proves as a very important emblem for the long enduring motive that Gaurav has always maintained, that is to position Indian luxury watches as a distinctly Indian, as a distinctly made in India brand, which he is and we all are very proud of.
This is a significant milestone in the journey of Jaipur Watch Company. We've launched 2 unique watches which go beyond the story of coins and stamps. We have added Gates of India, where we've used the architectural side of India. We have launched a collection called Premium Bark, which pays tribute to the Bark collection, which is an icon for Jaipur Watch Company. We made it in world-class materials such as 90 stainless steel. We've used sanitized W200 movement. So it's a unique collection which combines Indian elements like Khadi, Rajputana Chhatri, and the walking tiger.
For actor Madhavan, some of the most compelling stories are the ones history almost forgot. Ahead of the release of GDN, the actor reflects on portraying inventor G.D. Naidu and why he's drawn to unsung Indian heroes like Nambi Narayanan. Our reporter Srinivasa Ramanujam has a chat with the actor. Let's take a look.
Hi Maddie, how have you been?
Very well, thank you, Srinivasan.
Maddie, we last met during the promotions of Rocketry, and that was based on a powerful personality. And this particular film that you're doing today, GDN, is also based on a very interesting personality. As an actor, what draws you to such personalities?
I think it's the extraordinary achievements of some ordinary men and the thing that motivates them to do what is right by the society. There are great people who are great sportsmen, great achievers, great businessmen. But the people that I find fascinating are the ones who do this without any expectation of a recognition even during their lifetimes. Nambi Narayan was somebody who was doing exactly that. Mr. G.D. Naidu, I think, is a legendary individual. Many people are inventors. In this film, his inventions are barely 10%. That's not what we're even talking about. So, with G.D. Naidu, what fascinated me was the fact that all that is written and known about him is barely a fraction of who he really was. The kind of things he's done for Coimbatore, for the people, for women, for this country is unsung. All hidden behind the fact that the media and the British portrayed him in a certain manner and therefore relegated him to a corner of the history book. And in fact, not there. The fight in this film is to make his story a part of the syllabus, at least in Tamil Nadu, which is what one of the fights that were happening in early 70s. And the one that drives somebody like this is the fact that he is continuously thinking about how to make things better around for people around him. You know, his inventions, as simple as he saw his wife being driven to tears by cutting onions. So he makes an invention where she can cut onions without having to cry. And from there to making the first motor, to doing the kind of things that people don't know about, but what Uber is today or what Bill Gates has done today is what he's done then. And it's truly fascinating that he was thought about all these things. He was so progressive, so advanced, and sad that people don't know about him. You have to see the film to understand what the story was with the car, what was the name of that brand, and what happened, how close we were to becoming one of the industrial hubs in the world, one of the most predominant names in the car industry at that time. And had he managed that, has his dream become successful, then we would have been a huge, and not just we, Coimbatore would have been a huge industrial hub in the world today. But somehow that was shortchanged.
More than 2 decades after Rang De Basanti paid tribute to Squadron Leader Ajay Ahuja, Siddharth now finds himself telling the pilot story once again, this time in Operation Safed Sagar. Along with Jimmy Shergill and creator Kushal Srivastava, he speaks about bringing one of Kargil War's real-life heroes to the screen in an interview with our reporter Shreyas Pandey. Let's take a look.
Talk to Siddharth and Jimmy. It's very interesting to see you as like these two charming Air Force officers, going about their affairs and just guiding others and doing all the necessary tasks. There is some grace and some sort of strength associated with the uniform itself, which I find really fascinating. As actors, did you find, how did you feel when you wore the uniform for the first time? Did it change the way you look at the character and the world?
Koji? Yeah, I think the uniform, somewhere, the moment you wear it, it just kind of your body language and everything. I've worn a lot of uniform in my career. In 30 years, whether it's a police officer or whether it's an Air Force officer or an army man or whatever, छाती चौड़ी हो जाती है और फिर ऊपर से पगड़ी के साथ भी कुछ ऐसा ही होता है. जैसे ही आप पगड़ी बांधते हो, आपका सीना चौड़ा हो जाता है और आपका जो है वो, तो इसके अंदर एक ऐसा मौका था जहाँ पे एक यूनिफॉर्म भी थी, एक पगड़ी भी थी और बाकी मज़ा है. आई थिंक जब एक कहानी पेपर के ऊपर अच्छी लिखी होती है और किरदार जो हैं वो पेपर के ऊपर अच्छे तरीके से लिखे होते हैं, आपको जस्ट, और एक अच्छा डायरेक्टर और अच्छे क्रिएटर्स आपको मिलते हैं जो एक सही दिशा में हर सीन को लेके जा रहे होते हैं, तो आई थिंक आपका काम उतना ही आसान हो जाता है. आप जस्ट फॉलो देम एंड इट बिकम्स फन मोर देन एनीथिंग एल्स.
राइट.
बहुत बड़ा जिम्मा है यार, and I think that responsibility was given to me by multiple people.
Yeah.
First, the permission was given by the Air Force. Then the opportunity was given by the creators. And then I think the blessing was given by Alka ji. And so for me, when the show comes out on the 7th, these are the 3 people I'm going to look for feedback from. जिन्होंने काम दिया है, काम ठीक लगा. जिन्होंने परमिशन दी है, मैंने वो नाम कमाया कि नहीं कमाया, और जिन्होंने मतलब आशीर्वाद दिया है, I think that's the most important review I'm waiting for. So
Siddharth, I can't help you but ask, there's a certain coming together in Safed Sagar of sorts. 20 years ago in Rang De Basanti, you were fighting for justice for an Air Force officer. Now, I think you must be getting asked this question a lot, but now you are playing on the other side, an Air Force officer. I don't know, did you personally connect the dots between the two worlds?
Of course, yeah. It's like I said, this is somewhere in the universe लिखा गया है कि यही लोग इकट्ठा होंगे और इतनी बड़ी शो बनाएंगे इस particular topic और इस particular event in history पे. The coincidences are ridiculous. रंग दे बसंती में जो मेरा बेस्ट फ्रेंड का कैरेक्टर है, जो मैडी का कैरेक्टर है, वो एयरफोर्स पायलट है और उसका नाम अजय है.
Yeah, exactly.
So the comparisons are ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's too much of coincidence.
Can bamboo help restore our lakes? That is the question our final story sets to answer. Around Coimbatore's Vellore and Kolarampati lakes, 16 species of bamboo are being planted to create a living green barrier that improves water quality, supports biodiversity, and strengthens fragile ecosystems. Our reporter Jashi explores how this simple idea is making a lasting impact. Let's take a look.
Bamboo, the green guardians of Coimbatore's lakes. A fence made of bamboo? What if protecting our water bodies was as simple as planting bamboo? In Coimbatore's Vellore and Kolarampati lakes, 16 bamboo species create living green barriers, protecting the water bodies from erosion, encroachment, and waste dumping. Their dense roots hold the soil together, while the bamboo groves provide shelter for birds, butterflies, reptiles, and so many other wildlife, bringing a thriving biodiversity back to these wetlands. Beyond conservation, bamboo is also a sustainable material for furniture, construction, biofuel, and biodegradable products. Fast growing and carbon absorbing, it is emerging as a powerful ally in the fight against climate change.
And that's a wrap on this week's edition of Dropshot. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed these stories, you will find the full reports on the Hindu's website. We'll be back with another edition of Dropshot next Saturday. Until then, have a great weekend.